All right, boys and girls, this is Gary Dean. You people know who I am. And I have been teasing you guys for a long time on this air injection system, as I'm calling it, just because I don't know what else to call it. It is not something that I invented. It's something that I have modified that already existed to work better for the detailing industry. And, you know, as a big player in the less water wash movement, if you will, I have always been baffled by the fact that if a car is too dirty, you need to rinse it, which generally takes more water and preferably a pressure washer. The pressure washer does two things when you add it to the mix of the pre-rinse. The first thing it does is it decreases the amount of water that you're using because using a hose is just free-flowing water, whereas the pressure washer is basically pushing air into the water anyway. And you know, with the nozzle, it's small, so it's just pressurizing it out of that nozzle. So still, you're using 2 or 3 gallons of water just doing your rinsing. And I also do a lot of testing for the waterless car washer guy that's in California or Texas, or you know, wherever there's a water conservation situation going on or a crisis for water and you can't do a traditional wash anyway. I'm always trying to figure out how I can use less water, less product, less equipment. You don't need all this big trailer crap anymore. But this system, again, I didn't like invent any of this. I just put it all together in a, in my opinion, pretty efficient, inexpensive package so that you guys can build it at home. And if you want me to build it, I can do that, but I'm gonna charge you my labor to do it. I don't have time to be doing this without making money on it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've had to stop doing so much free stuff because I just don't have time. To build this system yourself, you're gonna be looking at about 250 bucks plus whatever air compressor you buy costs. So it could get costly. You're gonna need a minimum of 4 SCFM and 125 PSI. I run the pressure regulator all the way open. My air compressor is brand new, I just got it. And it's a maximum 150 PSI. You can actually run more than that. You'll see that the gun actually I think has a maximum pressure rating of 60, but I don't care. So anyway, this is the situation. You see this big mess right here. This mess is actually a 50-foot Flexzilla, and I have various fittings on it to make it work. I know it looks like a jumbled up mess. The only thing that I'm gonna do with what you see, well, 2 things. I actually have mocked this all up to give you a demonstration and to show you what's going on. But I use wire ties on the air hose and the liquid hose. The problem with that is I didn't air up the line. I didn't pressurize the line before I used the wire ties, so they're a little bit too tight. So I got to cut all those off. I'm actually going to use Velcro for that. But anyway, I've got a, the system is gravity fed from a siphon gun that I got from Harbor Freight. You see that box sitting there, and the gun is actually right there. And this video is for YouTube. You can see the whole system. I'll shoot a how to build this video for my viewers on rawdetailtv.com. But it's a gravity fed tank into a siphon paint spray gun. And I got adapters that made everything work where it's gravity fed there, and then the siphon sucks up into the gun, and then essentially it's an air atomizer at that point where the liquid is being pushed from the sides and the air is shooting it directly in. So it's essentially injecting my infinite use detail juice into the dirt, which is moving it out of the way, breaking it up from its current state, and in most cases moving it all off the paint surface so that you can wipe the surface without all that dirt being on there. Is it a perfect system? No. Is this way better than not rinsing before a rinseless wash? Absolutely. The other question is, can you use this as a waterless wash system? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, because there's a needle valve on the spray gun, you can actually adjust the output of the liquid as well as your pressure regulator on your air. You can adjust the output on that. I run that balls to the wall all out, 150 PSI or whatever I'm getting at that moment. Whatever that thing will give me is what I want. More pressure is better in this situation. Again, you can adjust the liquid volume to your needs, but if you're a waterless car washer, you are going to be removing so much more dirt with the addition of just the pressurized air moving it out of your way before you wipe. It's a considerable difference in the quality of the waterless wash, which we all know it's not actually waterless, it's just less water. So it's a better way to wash with this system, and I got a feeling just the presentation alone is going to thrill your customers in a way that they've never seen before. So if you set this thing up in your waterless or rinseless car wash business, you're going above and beyond. You're actually doing more than you need to, and people are going to see that. They're going to notice that. You explain to them that this air injection system is actually removing the bulk of the dirt prior to you even touching the paint. So how is that not better than what we know before? The benefit to this over a rinse with the pressure washer is just like I stated before, less water. You are really using less equipment because you don't need the pressure washer. You don't need all that water. I've got a 16-gallon tank. It's just a, that tank right there is for a spot sprayer. I bought the Bear tank at Northern Tool. Nothing fancy. And then there's a moisture filter there, the blue thing on the compressor. Excuse me. Just had lunch, burping a little bit. So anyway, that's a 50-foot situation right there. You could go with a smaller situation, but that's where we're at. So just to give you a brief demonstration, you see the gun. I'm gonna drop everything out of the way right now. And this is just my little computer desk. So water comes. I've got the water turned up pretty high. You see how well that works. And I'll go ahead and I'll make the adjustment to use less water. So I'm gonna tighten the needle all the way in, bring it out a little bit. You'll see it's using less water now. There you go. See that? Far less than that. All that air hitting the surface. Unfortunately, I didn't want to delay any longer. It's actually raining today. And I shot another video on the wash of my truck yesterday. So my truck doesn't have a bunch of dirt on it that I could show you this situation on to do the demo. But I wanted to show you the benefit of having it is that the air, the compressed air, is moving the dirt. With the infinite use detail juice or whatever other waterless wash solution you want to use, you can emulsify and encapsulate that dirt as you're moving it. So if you're adding lubrication, you are essentially lifting the dirt off the surface, blowing it away with the air, and in most cases you can direct that dirt off the vehicle before you ever touch it, which it's been awesome for me. I love it. I'm actually setting up a mobile situation. That generator goes on my trailer. And this is my old compressor. It works really, really well. This one actually is 5.6 SCFM at 90 PSI, which is pretty good. It's a 10 gallon, so, and that one's a 29 gallon. So the 10 gallon, it doesn't last long, but it seems to do a decent job of keeping the flow going while it's running. Again, I would recommend at least 125 PSI, at least 5 SCFM. I would recommend an oiled compressor because they generally last longer. There's a good selection at Harbor Freight. Like I said, I bought that one there recently. It was 350 bucks. This one right here, the equivalent to this is an 8 gallon, I believe, and it is a oiled compressor as well, and that just means that everything inside is being lubricated, so you can see the oil is there. It comes with a pressure regulator, which is good. Like I said, I leave that all the way on. And then as far as your hoses or whatever, the benefit to having an air compressor is not only can you now do this, but you can also use it to blow out cracks and crevices and residual water and that kind of thing, so that you don't have your customer drive down the street after a wash and then all the water just runs down the car and then it dries. In this case, you'd be using whatever your product of choice is mixed in with the water in the tank. So I'm actually going to remove all of that situation off this. I'm going to mount this compressor there and that tank on that trailer, and I'm going to use it for mobile jobs. I don't do a lot of mobile stuff, but I'm just going to put it together because I have everything. But that's the situation right there. If you got any questions, I'd be happy to ask you. Or if you got any questions, you should ask me. But if you've got any questions, I'd be happy to answer your questions. Keep in mind, I don't allow comments on my YouTube videos. You can contact me directly at 813-846-4406. Don't bother to call because I don't have a lot of time to talk on the phone, but I can text you back. Or you can email me at GarryDeanDetailing@gmail.com, GarryDeanDetailing@gmail.com. I'll answer your questions there. You can always catch me at detailjuice.com or detailjuice@gmail.com as well. And I'll answer whatever questions you have, but if you want to know how to build this, I'm not going to sit around. I just don't have time to explain to everybody how to build it. You want to know how to build it? You want to know how to detail the Garry Dean way? You want to make more money detailing? Check out rawdetailtv.com. It's a $100 a year subscription. I put up 2 new videos a week, and you get access to all the archive videos. I guarantee it will help you to make more money detailing and become a better detailer. If you want to see how to build this step by step, all the parts you need and everything, check out rawdetailtv.com. If you got any questions, let me know. Have a wonderful day. All right, it's already been a wrap on the video situation, but as I was doing some other things around the shop today, it's a rainy, nasty day. Rain is the devil. I hate it. While I was doing some other things, I was thinking about the video and what I said and what I potentially didn't say. But what I do want you to keep in mind, I need you to be open-minded when you're using this system. It is awesome for what I described it as an alternative to rinsing prior to the Garry Dean wash method or a waterless wash. It works amazing for that, but I've been using it with a separate tank similar to that but smaller, actually a small 5 gallon like this right here with my infinite purpose cleaner in it and different fittings and everything. I use a smaller tank. I'm actually going to mount a smaller tank on the trailer, but the smaller tank will be for the infinite purpose cleaner. I'll have a different hose set up for that so I can switch it out and I can use my infinite purpose cleaner when I need to get nasty grime off of engine bays and for leather interiors. That air, that compressed air blowing down on the surface helps it helps the cleaner to break it up. I mean, it's awesome. It works really well. Engine bays, leather upholstery, carpets, trunk jams, door jams, I mean, anything. I mean, wheels. I mean, it works awesome on wheels. If you're following me on Facebook and you see the wheels that I posted a little video of just a wheel cleaning video the other day. This system works awesome. It works better than my VX 5000 steamer for everything I throw at it, and I'm not sweating to death and trying to see through the steam, which I hate. So I'm not a big fan of steam. I don't like it as much as this system. So get yourself one of these systems. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You can build it yourself for about 275 bucks. If you want me to build it, it's going to be more than that because it's labor intensive. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Just be open-minded. Keep in mind that it's not just the exterior of a vehicle for a pre-rinse that you can use it for. It's really functional for everything else. Thanks again.